You're doing well. It's time to have a look at the ZSL92. This is coming in for China, and it's going to be an SPAA at rank 4. I'm kind of surprised that they've labeled this as an SPAA instead of a light tank, but I'm guessing they don't want to give it scouting, or maybe they just want to fill that area in the tech tree. It follows a long line of mid-tier SPAAs, which are highly mobile and also have rapid-fire cannons on them, this one having a 25mm that'll be able to do a decent amount of damage. The vehicle is looking pretty fun, and also will fill a lot of different lineups, especially for China. And since CAS has been quite an issue for the longest time, especially at mid-tier, it's fantastic to see more additions to try and help that issue. Let's have a look at the history of this vehicle. In the early 1980s, the PLA recognized the need for the development of a new IFV design to meet the requirements of more dynamic warfare tactics. This led to the development of a new wheeled armored vehicle under the designation of WZ551, based on a licensed chassis of the Mercedes-Benz 2060 truck. Development and testing of prototypes with various armaments options continued throughout the 80s until the vehicle was officially adopted by the PLA in 1988 under the designation ZSL90 in both an IFV and also APC configuration. Despite entering service, development on the vehicle continued, especially as the first model was plagued by teething issues, chiefly surrounding the engine. The succeeding variant, designated the ZSL92, introduced a new water-cooled diesel engine as well as improvements to the vehicle chassis in 1994. As a result, performance and reliability improved drastically, leading to the vehicle being ordered in much greater numbers by both the PLA as well as foreign operators. Furthermore, the chassis was a popular platform for the development of several spin-off variants, including missile carriers and assault guns. The ZSL92 equips the PLA's mechanized units and is still in active service to this date. So with the ZSL92 coming in, we have another mid-tier AA, which is going to be incredibly useful. The autocannon it has access to is a 25mm, and also it does seem to have a machine gun on top of that too. One of the nice things about this is it also has access to smoke grenades, so therefore if you're not able to finish off an enemy, or if you are reloading, you're able to pop smokes and then move, since this chassis is pretty light, meaning that you'll be able to get annihilated by cannons or even machine guns from planes, which becomes a bit of a problem for these types of vehicles. What's cool about this autocannon as well is it will be good against other light vehicles. We've seen a big push towards lighter vehicles over time for War Thunder, and over the last few years they've added just a metric ton of them. So even though this thing is labeled as an SPAA, it'll still be able to go after many different vehicles, especially around its BR. There is a lot of holes in many tech trees for AA, and China is actually one of those which has quite a lot of good ones nowadays. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't add more in. America really is the nation that needs some of these AAs, and we once again go another update without really seeing many, apart from maybe the XM800. The great thing about this chassis though is we may see a bunch more different designs from it. The six-wheeled chassis is one of those which could harbour a ton of different stuff. I mean, you obviously have stuff like the PTL02, which is very similar to it, but there's also many other vehicles that could harbour it as well. You also have stuff like the FT09, which is similar to it too, and hopefully in the future we'll see some more crazy variants from it. Hopefully, also, this thing won't suffer too much in the reverse category. It can obviously go forward pretty well, has a pretty decent transmission, but reverse might be a problem. So once again, readjusting to be able to deal with aircraft could be a problem with this, and also the targeting speed has also been a problem for some of these vehicles and been let down by them. Also, with these AAs, they seem to go up in BR quite a lot from their release, and that would kind of neuter the reason why these things are added, to try and fill the gaps, which they are purposely there for. Hopefully, also with the different BRs for air units in air modes and also ground modes, it also means that we'll have a bit more fighters which get lowered to be able to play the air superiority role, trying to stop the CAS coming in. But the ZSL92 as a last stop before the cast gets there, I think is a pretty good one. With the high muzzle velocity and also high rate of fire, you can't really go wrong. As always though, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.